Hey guys, today we're gonna go over non-recurring items. We have went over this in our last workshop. I'm just gonna go over this video-wise, so you have something to refer to, um, and you'll also see this updated onto the spreadsheet on Dropbox as well, and you can see I did the two columns, so you have something to refer back to as well. Okay, so why are we looking at non-recurring items? Okay, what exactly is non-recurring items? Non-recurring items are basically if you have a business and you have unusual events such as a tornado hitting your facility, uh, or you have unusual loss due to some externality or whatnot, then we have to consider that as an analyst. We have to consider that reason being is because we have to paint a very accurate picture for the company in the future. Okay, so in order to do that, we have to find those non-recurring items and pull them out of our income statement. This just creates a very clean image of saying like, hey, these things did not or do not recur on a recurring basis. Therefore, we're going to pull them out and see how does the historicals react if they were predicted the way they should be predicted or whatnot. So before we get into that, how do we notice that we have non-recurring items? Well, when I took this number, our first consensus EPS, which I referred all the way from this, which we found from our sheet, our consensus estimate sheet. These are what analysts said that the consensus estimate is. And if you compare it to the one that we have, which is 2.46, there's a variance of 45 cents, which we need to account for. Okay, we're trying to get to as close to $2.91 because these analysts, they have normalized their income statement. They have found non-recurring items on their sheet, and we have to do the same. Now, finding non-recurring items is not a walk in the park, obviously. It takes hours and hours of work, takes a lot of industry knowledge, and takes a lot of skills and experience just in modeling alone. So just for simplicity, I have found the non-recurring items for you. They're going to be on page 13, page 19, and I think page 52. And we're just going to use those numbers. I'm just going to show you, typically when you first get into modeling, management kind of guides you on normalizing your income statement, usually. But this is a good skill or good understanding to know why do we normalize and what does normalizing mean, and how do we normalize our data. Okay, as you can see here, you probably don't have this on your spreadsheet. This is just what I pulled out from the tags from the 10K. Reason I pulled that out is because we're going to use that into our non-recurring items for after-tax and pre-tax in certain cases. That's why I pulled these out. You're welcome to write these down so it can save you a lot of time. Same thing with stock-based compensation, which I'll get to in a bit, but you can write these down as well. Again, you can find this in your 10K. I just wanted to save time and just write it on the side so I can get to the point. Okay, so have your 10K pulled up. This is how a 10K looks like in the beginning. You should know this. And have your model pulled up as well. These numbers, again, I'm going to upload this onto Dropbox, so these numbers are already going to be updated. You don't have to worry about this. And we're going to continuously refer back to these when we're completing our 06. Okay. All right. So, what do we consider non-recurring? How do we found non-recurring? Let me answer that question first. As you can see here, we have our cost of goods sold pro forma. We have SG&A and other pro forma, and we have non-operating income loss pro forma. Now, the reason we had those lines there is because we can put those non-recurring items. So, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is that typically companies put their non-recurring items either in their COGS or in their SG&A or other, or in their non-operating income. They kind of spread it around everywhere. They make it, for some reason, they make it difficult for us to find them because they're not mandated to tell us, okay, these are the items that are non-recurring. At some cases, they do point that out, but in other cases, they really don't. So we have to go in there and kind of find it ourselves and whatnot. And you'll also notice that our equity and income affiliates and our minority interest expense, we haven't really found that yet. Reason being is that we didn't see these on our income statement. So when we use an hour or so to kind of read through our 10K, we find out that, hey, this is actually listed in our COGS. Okay, so technically it is in our COGS and our SG&A. So what we have to do, we have to pull them out and tax affect it and put it over here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do as well. And we're going to get our equity and income affiliates numbers and our minority interest expense numbers. Then we're going to recalibrate our net income and our pre-tax EBIT and our EBIT according to our pro forma. And then you'll see that our variance is going to be close to 0. It could be 0, it could be 0.01. But our goal is to get it as close as possible to paint a really, really good picture. Okay, now I'm going to make a syndication of several videos. Reason being that I really want to make sure that you guys understand this. So this video is going to be broken down to several pieces. I think it will be 10 to 15 minutes each. So one video is going to go over the pre-tax portion, possibly after-tax as well. And the second video is going to go over into after-tax, and then the third video is probably going to, well, and I think we're going to lump in the after-tax along with kind of putting everything else together. Okay, so this is just an overview. So I'm just going to upload this video and start a new one just so my video does not mess up, because it tends to mess up if I record it for long periods of time. Okay, so I'll catch you later. Bye.